The breath is going to show you what you need to see. It's fascinating how this works.
Welcome to today's episode of the Nervous System Beauty Coach. I'm honored here today to have my special guest, Steven Whitney. Steve is a Soma Breath Master Trainer, over 3,000 trainers trained. So I'm honored to have you here today. I've been really excited. Couldn't even sleep last night, just being so excited. So we have an interesting story that bonds us with our moms, how we became breathwork coaches, and I think it was not was it by choice or was it planned, or I don't know. So would love to hear your story. And so Steve, welcome today.
Thank you so much for having me, Patrick. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we definitely have an interesting bond due to past circumstances that were unexpected. And I don't think they I don't think they were random. I think they were very much put in place for a bigger purpose and a bigger reason. But I'm glad to be here and to share yours and our connection together.
Yes, Steve. So why did you become a breathwork coach? I mean, you're quite acclaimed with how many years of experience have you have with breathwork?
Almost 10. So I got into it in 2017.
Okay.
And so yeah, it's been about 9.5 years or so at this point. And man, if you were to ask me, I would get into breath work or teach breath work, 10 years ago, I would have told you you were absolutely crazy. Yeah, I went from a building engineer, American lifestyle, like grinding, working like crazy, quite unhealthy, um, tons of drinking, money, typical American lifestyle. And my mother, the doctors gave her an incorrect application of a new medicine for her minor case of diabetes. And they missed something. And so she went in for a regular checkup. They gave her a clean bill of health, said she was healthy, sent her home. A week later, we found her unconscious. And a week after that, she passed away. All of her organs failed. And So that was like a really big shock. I went into quite a dark place. I was very, very close with my mother. And then a year after my mom passed, my fiance at the time had a heart attack at 28 years old. 28 years old, she had a heart attack. So at this point, I did lose the most important woman in my life, and I almost lost the second most important woman in my life. And at that point, yeah, this is when my eyes started to open that maybe there was something else. Maybe there was a different way to find health, to have happiness. And that's kind of what started my journey into holistic health.
So now that you have trained over 3,000 breathwork coaches, um, looking back on it, can just a common person learn breathwork, or at home, or with any if they have a bad diagnosis from the doctor? Um, in hindsight, what you think breathwork would have helped your mom, helped your fiance?
Yeah, 100%. And I'm not here to make any like medical claims, but
Mm,
I find it fascinating. You can live without food for a period of time. You can
mm,
live without water for a period of time. You can live without moving. Not live well, but you can live. The one thing you cannot live without is your breathing. Your breathing
right.
influences every single function in your body, the mind, the body, the emotions that are tied to it. So this is the core of every part of our human physiology. And so bringing awareness and altering your breath is really going to increase the quality of your internal systems, no matter where you're at in your health scale or deficiencies or where you're trying to go. Your breath is the key.
That's so true. It's so often overlooked, right? It's like underneath our nose, we're oftentimes unconscious of it, right? We just take it for granted.
Right.
And until I became a breathwork coach on the Soma as well, it's like, oh, I didn't know about all these things. No one taught me how to breathe. They don't teach this in public school or growing up, or your parents really don't teach you. You don't know how to. You don't know the significance of it. I think so. It's really underrated, overlooked. And what you just said, I think you mentioned two things. Number one is awareness. Did you say awareness?
Mhm.
And what was the other one you mentioned? Awareness of
Altering.
breath,
Yeah.
altering.
Being able to
Okay.
alter your breath. Yeah.
So breath work involves what is it? What does awareness of the breath mean? Meaning,
Well, here, I'll give you an example. I came up with this phrase years ago because back in like 2018, breathwork was such a new thing that it was difficult to explain it, and especially
mm,
explain it in regards to like Soma breath, because Soma is not just like this one thing, not this one style. It's really about how you use your breath. So I came up with this phrase that helped me to kind of break the stigma a little bit of like standardized breath work, which like holotropic or rebirthing, and to explain it a little bit more. So you have two, okay? You have breath work and breath control.
okay.
Breath work is generally a one size fits all approach where you lie down, you breathe like crazy, and you hope for a life-changing experience. This does and can happen, but it's rare. Okay. But then you've got breath control. Now, breath control is how you use your breath to induce a set of actions and reactions that are conducive to achieving a set of results that you choose. So when I say awareness, awareness is about breath control. It's not about just letting your breath go and hoping that like this whole life is going to change and I'm going to figure it all out. No, it's about being aware of how you're controlling your breath that is going to put in motion a set of actions and reactions to change your sleeping patterns, to strengthen the
Mm.
reaction to stressful situations, your nervous system, to increase your energy levels or your stamina, your performance. So this is what I mean more about awareness. It's how you utilize your breath to achieve a set of results.
Wow. So it's almost like awareness of grabbing the remote control and
Yeah.
changing the channel of your own body, right? That's how I equate it.
Yeah, I
And
love that. I love that. That's a wonderful way to put it.
yeah, so as we're both our Soma breath, went through the Soma breathwork education. When I call my system, which is the Soma, but I merged skincare and skincare beauty with breathwork, and I call it the CPR system. So C meaning C for consciousness, P for presence, and R for reset. So
Uh,
CPR, yeah, skin and breath reset system. And when I look at the letters, right, then I reverse it. I go R P C. Oh, R no RCP. It's like, oh, remote control programming. Right. So that's how I, yeah, analogize it for to educate people. Like, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Basically, you're grabbing your own remote control,
yeah.
right? And we lose control. Sometimes we're watching TV or a movie, we don't want to watch it, and it's like, where's the remote? Like, is it underneath the couch? Is it between in the cushions? Did I throw it in the garbage? I can't find the damn remote right now. And did I throw it out? Then I get worried, like, oh no, I'm watching this stupid show I don't want to watch. Like, how do I turn off the TV?
Oh,
But
so
then I was sitting on the remote control the whole time, like underneath the cushion, right? So it's like, oh, that's like my breath,
yeah.
right? It's like when we get anxiety or we have low energy, right? And then it's like, what do I do now, right? Like I didn't know. Oh, my breath. I could do something about it in the present moment, right? So
Mhm.
that's the beauty of
Yeah,
breath work.
absolutely.
Breath control.
Well, and Patrick, what about you? Like we're talking about awareness, breath control, its effect on things, people. What about your mother and your situation with her, like,
Mm.
do you tell me a little bit more about what happened there? And do you think that having an awareness, or if she had that remote control, if it would have helped?
In hindsight, absolutely. My mom passed away from lung cancer. That was the official diagnosis, but it was like long term, like steadily, multiple, 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
right? So it seemed like, okay, this is gonna get better. Things will turn around. I mean, she did, it's a gradual, but gradual. So she's still here. Everything's fine. But in hindsight, it's, are you really fine? Are you fine, or are you not fine? And
Right.
sometimes, the doctor's report would be like, okay, it's getting better, it's getting worse, it's getting better, it came back, it's gone, you have it under control, it's getting better. Oh no, it's coming back. It's like, what's going on here? It's like, why is it fluctuating like the stock market? Why is that? Oh, when I look back on it, it's really physiology, right? It's mental, it's emotional. And once you get a doctor's report that doesn't it sounds scary, or they have a medical degree, they have a lab coat, like they must be the guru, or they must be the fortune teller, that's going to be true. It affects your confidence, right? You only have X amount of months, you're stage 3, stage 4, whatever. It's like, oh shit. It's like, okay, you're battling that already in your nervous system, right? And then, but you want to stay positive. You want, okay, let's stay positive, mom. Let's not think about that. Let's think about, imagine you healed. It's all that stuff, but it's a conflict. I notice, right? And unfortunately, she was swaying. Right, 1 minute I think I'm healed. I'm gonna be healed. And there's no, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. But if I wish I knew breathwork earlier to give her the tools to stabilize her, her present moment. Okay, when your fear comes, when your anxiety comes, when you're doubting yourself, when the chemo doesn't feel good, or whatever the medical report doesn't say, what do you do now? And I think that's where, unfortunately, I didn't know breath work
Yeah.
yet, right?
Yeah,
And
that
that's why.
environment induces so much fear that it adds to the issue at hand. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's so dangerous to give diagnoses, and I'm not bashing on the medical like system, or I mean, it's so innovative and they can really save lives, but it's so fear mongering that like it actually I think makes a lot of things incredibly worse, you know?
Right. And that's why I'm here with you today. That's the whole purpose. Is it's I started this podcast, a nervous system beauty coach, and I took my mom's brand that she founded, LING Skincare, to like, okay, I gotta take this brand uh to a deeper level. LING Skincare goes deeper. And that's something my mom and I used to talk about all the time. Like, my mom, we want to help people more than skincare, more than topical. We want to help people transform, because that's, mom and I used to go to India. We went there like around 10 times, spiritual pilgrimages, and learning how to tame the mind, open the heart, learning from monks and gurus, and the Himalayan mountains. So we used to travel together for those type of spiritual pilgrimages. But
Amazing.
when you're faced with like the diagnosis, when you're faced with it, okay, this is it. This is not this is not hypothetical. This is it. Uh-oh. Can you actually practice everything you learn and tame the mind, open the heart, and don't get, sucked into the fear, and your mind is wandering everywhere. Like, let me check she used to check her blood pressure or the oxygen meter, like every 5 minutes. Like, why are you always checking it, mom? You're always checking it, because every time you check it, you're doubting yourself again. Like, am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? So these are things. Oh, if I wish I could give a breath work to, like, hey, there's a benefits to this. There's scientifically proven benefits. It's not woo woo. There's, like you said, Steve, in the beginning. It's like, yeah, you could live without a lot of things for a while, but the breath is right here, and we lose it. We don't know how to control it sometimes. We forget about it and we're overwhelmed.
Yeah, but on the contrary, if I'm going to be brutally honest with you, breathwork's not going to fix everything. And this is one of those things. I went into a really deep depression and I had like a 5 to 6 hour daily practice, breathing, yoga, meditation. I mean, so many things. I was constantly doing a cleanse or a detox and I fell in this deep depression. And eventually, I actually quit everything. I got so dark. And the more things that I embodied and started bringing into my practice, my life, the worse it got. And I was like, man, y'all have drank the Kool-Aid. This is a hoax. This is
Yeah,
manipulation. It's a joke. None of this stuff is real. And so I quit. I stopped doing everything. And what I did is I'll never forget this. I had a conversation with myself and I decided I wanted to go out and party. I just wanted to dance until 4 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to, go to one of these really cool, like I was living in Thailand. I wanted to go to one of these like really cool beach clubs and, check it out. Once I did that, that's when my life changed for the better. And that's also when I realized if you're not living your life, if you're not doing the things that make you happy, then breath work, yoga, fitness, nutrition is not going to work. It's not going to fix your problems. These are tools and resources that are preventative maintenance. It's there to keep your body functioning, to keep your mind on point, to help you feel elevated, to feel good. But it's life that really is the key. Do the things that make you happy. Surround yourself with people that are supportive and that love you. Try things. If you want to eat pizza, eat a freaking pizza. Just don't eat two and like the entire pie to your face. Like it's about balance and it's about living your life. So when I started taking away that like breath work is here to fix me, it's here to solve all my problems. No, I'm not broken. You're not broken. And then
exactly.
when I started using breathing as like a form to keep me sharp, keep me elevated, be there as preventative maintenance, wow, did my life change. And
Right.
things became just monumentally better in my life.
Exactly. Well said. I mean, it's breath work. I would say it's a tool. Like you said, it's a tool. It's a bridge. It's a gateway. It's a door. But it's breath work merged with mental, your mindset. Like, what do you like? What is the purpose of breath work? Like, why are you doing it?
Right?
What? But to me, it's breath work with passion and purpose. And if you're not living your life, if you're living in the present, if you're living in the past, right, your body, your physiology is in the past, or you're living in the future, as in you're living in anxiety about the future moment, you're actually not really living your life. You're surviving. You're existing. You're just trying to exist today and survive. So your body acts like that, and we don't. You don't know. Like sometimes I don't know. It's like I'm hunched down, or if I was, I had depression in the past, where yeah, I must not be walking upright. I must not be walking my best self. And the problem is, like you said, it's like it spirals downhill. You don't feel good. Don't look good, don't think good, don't live then you're living in that reality that's not good. Then you start getting used to it. Oh, this is the way it is. And what do I do now? And it could be a lot of vices, addictions, um, numbing, or chasing dopamine hits, uh, distractions, all sorts of things that everything but your breath is right there. Right there. That's the beauty of it. Right. So
Yep.
now everything, ever since I, my where I started was when mom was diagnosed with cancer, was like, okay, don't worry, mom, we're gonna go to Joe Dispenza. we're gonna go do a retreat in San Diego. Let's go do it, mom. If they're healing, you're gonna get healed. Have faith, have confidence. Let's go. We went, and my second or third meditation there, the second or third day, I was doing the breath. I was doing the meditations, and I would say I could call it I guess it's a Kundalini awakening, Christ consciousness experience, right? And oh my God, it's all about love. It's about unconditional love. I'm healed. My PTSD is gone from, I had a bad car accident, a few years back. I couldn't drive for a while. Like my hands were shaking all the time when I'm driving. So that was suddenly gone. A lot of like stuck energy, like of uh, not feeling worthy, not feeling good, a lot of trauma, wounds, the past, just dissipated, just gone. And I found my life purpose. I found my passion again. I felt alive again. Like, oh my God, everything's like vivid and colorful and everything's just beautiful. I just love everyone. Everything's just so beautiful, right?
It's
Oh my
like
God,
you
I
took
think
MDMA or something.
exactly. Right. I never done MDMA or I never did ayahuasca, right? I did other things, but not like that type of stuff, right? So it's like, oh my God, I did it naturally. I did it naturally. Oh my God, this is amazing. I went to the monastery, I've been in the Buddhist monastery study, and I think this is what they're talking about. I think this is the experience they're talking about in Tantra and Tantric, and I think I did it. Oh my God, like, but how come a lot of people can't do it? That was like the thing. I said, why did it happen to me? I wasn't like diagnosed with anything. I wasn't like I was like, wait, why did it happen to me? But a few other people healed and had amazing experiences. And when I left, well, I remember during that experience, I had a calling, a voice. It just told me like, Pat, you need to one day teach other people how to do it
Mm.
um, naturally, and teach the common or the masses through uh, uh, I guess skincare, self-care meets self-love. I call it self-care meets self-love, or take your skincare, but go deeper with people who are having, issues inside. So
Mm.
that was the calling. So now that, and I never thought I would be a breathwork coach. I never, I like what?
We don't really wake up and as children and we're like, I want to teach people breath work. It's like,
Yeah,
you want to be an
yeah.
astronaut or a police officer, a doctor, a lawyer, not a breath work facilitator or a breath coach.
Exactly, right. I'm already an entrepreneur. I'm already a CEO of a luxury skincare brand. So I'm like, okay, like I never thought about that. Really, I always like helping people and coaching people and guiding people. I love that, helping people. Never thought about breathwork coach. And then um so like I was praying, sometimes I pray, and and then one day Niraj Soma Breath appeared on YouTube on Sundays. I'm like, oh, well, this is cool, free meditation on Sunday. Let's do it at home. Okay, I'm gonna try it out. Oh, that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And then it came full circle. Like months later, I was making a retreat in a box for my skincare. I was like, I gotta do a retreat in a box. I gotta make a skincare and help guide people like step by step how to transform. But I was like, I'm in over my head right now. Um, like I know the skincare part, but transforming, I could do that, but there's something missing. And it suddenly it said, it was a voice like, go back to Soma Breathwork, go back to Soma Breathwork. Like the thing you watch on Sunday mornings in California, go check out the website. I didn't know. I signed up and then I was like, what? It comes with music too? And I already did my own track already. I already did my own track with my editor. Like I had my own soundtrack. And I was like, my God, so Narash has music? He's a DJ? This is amazing. This is like a manifestation coming true. Right? So all that connects back to what you said, where, wait a minute, like if you want a pizza, eat the pizza. If you want to dance, dance. If you want to have fun, just let loose. Because when I study Niraj and the way he teaches, you gotta shake. You gotta
Yeah.
shake first. You gotta shake. Gotta have fun. You gotta shake the stress out, shake the negative vibration out of your system. There's something to it. There's
Oh
something
yeah.
to it, right? And then you do the Om chanting. I was like, Om, why is he doing Om chanting? Om, oh, wait, there's nitric oxide. I never knew that because many Buddhists chant Om Mani Padme Om, the Buddha of compassion, right? Om is a Sanskrit mantra, right? I never knew there's something to it. I never knew that vibration creates nitric oxide and vasodilation and skin benefits and anti-aging benefits. Like, this is mind blowing, right? All this stuff is like what I'm trying to say, Steve, is really like, oh my God, like it can help so many people in
Mhm.
all sorts of conditions. But is it the ultimate answer? I don't know if it's the ultimate answer, but it can lead you to the ultimate answer.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, I don't like ultimate answers. Even the term enlightened, I'm not into this because you give it so much power. You give your power away. And so, is it something that is going to benefit you? Are you going to find an increase in quality of what you're doing by using it? Yeah, 100%. Is it going to solve everything? No. It all comes back to life. I always tell instructors that I train, there is a training that you can't buy online. It's the best training in the world, and no one can teach it to you. It's called real life. So go live it. Go apply, implement the things that you learn. And you watch, you're going to learn from real life situations and experiences that no one can teach you or prepare you for. Life is the ultimate training.
Yeah.
So, using your breath helps you to live life. So, when you're living life, you are growing and learning in a way that no modality, no practice will ever teach you.
What do you mean by breathing? Can you elaborate more? Like, what is your breathing means you're living your life? What does that mean?
Well, if we do start to alter our breathing and bring awareness to the quality of our breath and how we're breathing, then you're going like, okay, the breath is going to show you what you need to see. It's fascinating how this works. It's going to show you what you need to see. And that's not always light
Pleasant.
and bright. Yeah, it's not always pleasant, but it will show you what you need to see. So, okay, I have, oh my God, I haven't said this in so long. Um, oh my God, I'm totally freezing. What is it? Oh, I have this really cool phrase that I always say. It's been so long since I said it, I lost it. Basically, in a nutshell, like your emotional state is how you are going to perceive the world.
Mm,
And your breath is going to have an influence on your thoughts, your feelings,
mhm,
and your emotions. And if your
mhm.
emotional state is how you perceive the world, then by elevating your breath, altering it to then align those
Yeah,
thoughts, to align those feelings, again, now you're taking the driver's seat, taking the wheel of the car, and you're starting to drive in a
yeah.
different manner that's more conducive for yourself, what you want to see, how you want to feel, what you want to do, you know?
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. No, because that's like taking the car out of autopilot or cruise control,
Yeah.
right? And then let me grab the steering wheel. Let me take control. Let me take back control of my life. And that's why I resonate what you're saying is the breath. Would you say the breath reveals to you what you've been avoiding or what you need to see, right? So I think where I draw the relation is when we often avoid life. We avoid it because at least for me, we get scared, worried, fearful. I can't deal with that. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Not today. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow when I feel like it, or I have more confidence about that issue. I don't want to get triggered today. I don't want to deal with that right now. That's me, okay? Not today, because we sometimes get scared. At least I get scared. Like I don't know what to do about it. Oh, that's not living. That's running away. That's just fear, right? That's just flight or fight, right? Like you run away. But the good thing is when you have the breath, when I'm more mindful of the breath, like, wait a minute, just breathe. You could deal with it in the present moment, just moment by moment, just breathe. When that thing comes up later, because in the past, you couldn't deal with it. You didn't know breath work. You were unmindful. You were lacking awareness. You didn't know how to get the remote control. So you didn't want to watch that TV show again. But now, Pat, you're more empowered through breath work. Wait a minute. When that issue comes up that you were triggered in the past, you can meet the present moment with some courageousness and awareness by all, like you said, altering the breath, being aware of the breath, being conscious of the breath. When you breathe through it, the anxiety will subside, will at least will lessen, and you will take back control of your physiology and
Now,
life.
this is a big claim though. Like you will alter this or you'll be able to do that, but how? Why? So to break this down on a more like, tangible kind of term, your breath is part of the autonomic nervous system. It runs on autopilot. Your digestion, your blood, your heartbeat, these are all parts of the autonomic nervous system. It runs on autopilot. Now, the fascinating thing about this is that like you cannot consciously trigger your digestive system. You cannot think to alter your heart rate, right? I mean, you could have like a negative thought or a fearful thought and it might spike the heart rate, but consciously, you can't alter and control parts of your autonomic nervous system. It runs on autopilot. The body is just designed that way. But
Mm,
your breathing can. This is fascinating how
that
you
is, yeah.
can consciously say, I'm going to stop breathing right now, or I'm going to speed up my breathing. It is subservient to the external environment. Okay. So your breath is a product of your external environment. So if I were to come up behind you and spook you, like, boom, what are you going to do? Yeah, exactly, exactly. So boom, automatically your breathing changes due to me scaring you. That I altered and changed your environment, so your breathing changed. So your
Mm,
breath is
wow.
subservient to its external environment. And if you let it run on autopilot, if you let your breath be a product of your external environment, then you're fucked. Because look at life right now. We are swimming in a sea of stress hormones with
Mhm.
social media, governments, wars, social conditioning, manipulation. I mean, we're literally our jobs, our bosses, our calendars, what we're supposed to look like, act like, what we're supposed to dress and wear. It's a sea of stress hormones. And if you let your breath run on autopilot, your body, I mean, you're fucked. Like, this is where it gets really, really dangerous. But on the contrary, this fascinating thing about our life, this breathing that we have to live and function, we also have conscious control over. We can alter it. Talk about how powerful the thought is of that. This thing that we just let run, and if we let it run, it's not going to work correctly due to our environment. But you
Mm.
have the control and the power to alter it and change it. And that's going to alter and change every part of your internal system and your external world, how you perceive the world, you know?
Wow. So it's the outside's affecting your breath, and you're saying it's a two-way street though. You could also the inside affect your outer reality.
Yeah, how we feel
Pretty
is how
much.
we see this world. And so yeah, the out is influencing our internal world, and how we feel in our internal world is how we see our external world. It's a loop, a complete loop. But we can also break the loop, pause the loop, just like you can pause your breath. You can pause that loop. And I always find that, there's a lot to be experienced in that very split second between an inhale and an exhale. The moment between an inhale and an exhale lies clarity. It
Mm.
lies thought, vision, realization, emotion, all of the things that put together this life experience. It exists right between that split microsecond between an inhale and an exhale. And if you just allow yourself to have those moments, that's where you can really start to access a deeper part of this life. Whatever that is
Wow.
for you, yours is going to be different than mine.
Wow. That's mind blowing. So it's between the inhale and exhale. And I heard some teachers also explain like where is consciousness? Like where is consciousness is between your thoughts,
Mhm.
between one thought and another thought, that space, that's conscious. That's where pure consciousness is.
In between a thought lies consciousness. Is that what you're saying?
That's yeah, my teachers taught me that. I'm like, wow, that's so parallel. Like between the inhale and the exhale, there's a magic, there's something magic, there's some magic there. That's where there's space for clarity. I'm gonna have to hold my breath tonight longer, see what comes. But no, that's an interesting point. I mean,
Yeah, well,
when
we just let these things run. We just let it happen. And we're not accessing that state of consciousness,
oh,
that moment of realization, that moment of clarity.
yeah,
And you bring awareness to altering, controlling your breathing, then it's through that awareness that we shine light on a state of consciousness, on a state of being, a state of ideas or realizations, insights. Um, it's not that you chase your breath to find answers in your life. It's a metaphor, it's a concept. When you do bring awareness to your breathing, then you become aware of those moments between an inhale and an exhale. And it's there that you can find insight, clarity, and whatever it is that you need in your life. The breath will show you what you need to see. You just have to look, you have to listen.
wow, I'm getting downloads right now. That was deep because I get it now. It's connecting because between the inhale and exhale, or between your thoughts, that's time out.
Yeah,
Time out. Give
it's
yourself
pause. Yeah.
pause, time out, freeze, let the past go, and let the future surrender, right? Surrender, right? Don't go along with the hyperventilation, the shorter breath, the irregular breathing. Don't go along with that negative story or that perpetual, chronic story in the head that you're unaware of already, which is consuming you, right? And it's like just hold your breath and time out. Just let it dwindle down and simmer down, and behind the clouds is the sky, right? So
Mhm.
we are the expansive, vast sky. We're not the clouds, but you gotta see through the clouds first, right? So yeah, I mean, it's just amazing what breath work like. There's so much to it, right? We're unraveling. I mean, I'm sure you have way more experience than me, but I'm still unraveling this riddle. It's like a mystery. It's like, wow, there's something to
And I don't ever want to figure it out.
it.
Then
But
what would be the point? Like the whole exciting part about life is that it is a mystery. It's constantly unraveling. It's constantly changing. You know this phrase, becoming the best version of yourself? I fucking hate this phrase. I absolutely despise it. It's full on wellness marketing manipulation. Full on. If I'm telling you I'm gonna help you become the best version of yourself, what is that implying?
you're not good enough.
Exactly. It's horrible subconscious imprinting. Not only that, but you can never achieve the best version of yourself because you're constantly changing. You're constantly evolving. Life is changing. So to achieve this best version of yourself is like chasing a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's not there. So
That-
instead of that, it's like I want there to be mystery in life. I want to be curious. I want to see what lies on the other side. And knowing that it's constantly changing means that it's never going to be achieved. Same reason why breathing is not going to save all your problems. It is the rainbow. It's not the pot of gold at the end of it. No, like you're becoming the best version of yourself. Why don't you just do one thing to benefit yourself each and every day and just focus on that, knowing that you are enough. You are fine, even though there are things you want to work on and ways you want to increase and the quality of your life, your mind, your body, your movement, but you're fine right now. You're actually
exactly. Exactly. And that's the irony of it is I always say, I joke, but seriously is I always say like, you're not going to find any brand owner or CEO of a skincare brand like me telling you that skincare is enough.
right.
Listen, I want you to buy LING Skincare. I want you to buy my skincare. It's great. It's amazing. However, there's more to it to becoming the, like you said, feel better about yourself. I've been through that. Oh, if I when I had bad skin, or when I have better skin, I'll be super confident. Not really, not only 50% more, right? So
Not
inside, I was
really.
still messed up. Yeah, not really. When I was younger, when I acne, I was like, oh, one day when I clear up, I'll be Mr. Confident. Not really, like 5% more confident.
Right.
Inside, I was still emotionally, or whatever you call it, the chakras or the physiology was still not feeling it because I didn't know. But if I knew breath work back then, I'll be like, I could get a better better control, get control of it faster. And like, okay, let me change my state of being,
Right.
change my, state of being. And that's what I'm all about. That's why I started this podcast. That's why I transformed my brand into not just topical. There's so many topical skincare brands, but like you said, uh, let's keep it real. It's partial marketing. It's partially a lie. And I'm telling you up front, like, listen, this cream works. It's great, and you need more. And I think what you need more is feeling good about yourself, feel like you're enough. Forget who you were to remember who you really are. And when I did breath work, at the maximum peak of the greatest feeling is, wait a minute. I am enough the whole time. Oh my God, I was enough the whole time. But when I'm depressed, or when I feel like shit, or I'm running a negative story in my head about victimhood, or someone says something mean to me, or something bad happened to me back in the day, blah, blah, blah. It's just resides in the body. I saved it. I keep playing it. And I don't even know I'm playing. I'm just being negative. I'm not being negative. I'm just being realistic. I'm just being realistic. Right. So basically breath work, what I'm saying is breath work allows you to change your state of being all by yourself. All by yourself. You don't need someone out there, right? Right? You don't need someone out there, but especially if you have people like you and me to guide you through it, or coach you through it, or give you some tips, or give you the mind game. Like how am I supposed to do it? Because a lot of people, okay, breath work, they sit there and it's like, what am I supposed to do? How come it's not working? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, where's the benefits? Like, and then after 3 days, they probably quit. Right now, how come I didn't have a breakthrough? Well, it's best you have like a game plan, know what you're doing. You could discover for yourself, but it's really good if someone's ahead of you. Like, wait, I have some experience. I know the pitfalls. I know, you know, the key piece, what you said, which I totally agree, which I had to go through. Wait a minute. I am enough. What am I chasing? Right? Like what's out there? What's in the mall that I need to buy? What is it? What is it I need to get validation for? What is it that I need, more achievements or whatever, like to feel good? Wait, I am good enough. But because the physiology is messed up sometimes, you just don't feel it. I am enough rationally sometimes, but feeling wise, you don't feel it, right? So it's really, I guess that's mind heart coherence, right? You got to be aligned.
Well, yeah, and I mean, people are always trying to reprogram like subconscious belief systems, limiting beliefs, right? There's so many meditations and different, subconscious reprogramming tools. And they're beautiful, they're amazing. I've worked with these, but I always kind of have a laugh because the fastest way to reprogram the mind is to show it that the outcome is different than what you're projecting into, which means just go show yourself, go try it, go do it. And you will see in real life time, oh wow, the outcome was actually much more different than I was projecting into. You know what I mean? And so one of the best ways to get into that state of I am enough is to put yourself out and live life and see that you are. See that
Mm.
you are enough, that you can live, you can love, you can experience things, but we're constantly focused on, oh, I need to heal this, I need to work on that. If I do this, then my life will be like that. No, go live your life and see what it can be.
Like go step into it, go be, just be it, embrace it, be embody it, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I mean, it just the irony, right? How after our mom passed, we took this path to come to these realizations and our own journey. But then this journey, actually, I believe there's a reason why we went down this journey. It's very unique and it's very all encompassing. It's very ubiquitous, right? Universal, the breath, right? And I think right now in humanity, people need it. People need it. People need to be find something that's within their power, within their, instead of being a subservient, right? Giving away your power, disempowered in life. I'm a victim. I'm a victim, right? I don't have the power to do anything about it. Actually, no, it's true. If you change your state of being, you change your reality.
Yeah, if you have the ability to consciously control your breathing, imagine what other things that you can control.
Basically, a change of you could change energy, a change of energy to change a destiny, right?
100%. Change your breath, change your life.
Change your breath, change your life. Wow. What a wonderful what a wonderful conversation, Steve. I learned a lot from you. I think our audience learned a lot as well. Um, any final tips that you give? Any tip you could give today on how anyone at home could who doesn't know much about breath work, or maybe knows, try some, but any tip like, hey, how can I really start a better breath work practice today?
Just one thing in mind is remember, breath work is not a one size fits all approach. So explore different things. Educate yourself on how you can use your breath in different circumstances to meet you where you're at. Just going around and going to these classes and hyperventilating and having these, wild breathwork sessions might not be the best thing for you, depending on where you're at right now. So play around, be curious, explore, become educated, connect with someone like Patrick, or another, like instructor, and learn about how you can use this. And most importantly, passion plus action
Mm.
equals power. So
Ooh,
find things that you love, what you're passionate about, take action on them, and see how powerful you become.
thank you, Steve. That was great advice. That was on point. That's why that's yeah. Thank you for reminding me. That's why I'm here with you today. I was passion and action. I'm gonna hit up Steve to really get all his wisdoms out there and his story. So yeah, I'm deep. This is my passion now, helping people, give them a tool to transform their state of being from home, from anywhere. Thank you, Steve.
Absolutely. Well, and I think it's really cool what you're doing, combining like skincare, which is an external result of how we look, and but you're also bringing breathing, mindset, and physiological changes through breathing, so the internal and the external. And I think this is going to really start to shed light on kind of balancing out the scale of internal and external. So a huge shout out and, mad respect to you on what you're doing. And yeah, I'm excited to see what great things you do in the world as you move forward.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, and I learned so many scientific benefits for breath work with anti-aging and skincare benefits. So I think a lot of women and men would like, hey, that helps my skin glowing and lower my cortisol, right? To, preserve my collagen and all sorts of and we glow inside, we glow outside. So
I
that's the
like that.
beauty.
I like
Thank
that.
you.
I like
Thank you,
that.
Steve. So we look forward. Thank you for coming on this podcast today, and we look forward to continuing our great conversation. Thank you.
Look forward to it as well. Thank you so much for having me, Patrick.